Krumzari SKTV and Group Putram Chiri Raj Nongthombam. Welcome to yet another edition of Beyond Headlines. Lamda Masida Toliba Todo Watok Sing, Lengaki Policy Program Sing, Natragamda Masigi Mapanda Toliba Todo Watok Singna, Lamda Masigi Miam Gipunsida, Haking Namadina Quinena, affect or target the high river issues in Dugimatanga, Mamutana, Kango Matoktai, Mamutana, Kanubidamakta. We need to go beyond headlines, and we also need people who can tell stories beyond headlines. Manipur crisis crisis is the international dimension geopolitics heneriba mapan lepak sing the thoiba thodo watok sing policy programs number moraga Manipur crisis asisu hen hengat panin tragam asisu madugi pardaman happy wapum sing leri hariba wapum sing asig mari lena India ki foreign policy karino geopolitical gi oiba angle sida India ki stand karino habigi matang sida thambino gi damakta koi election ro lebere Indira Gandhi National Tribal University Madhya Pradesh ki Department of Political Science and Human Rights ki head hai batare hoja Professor and Surjitkumar. Surjitkumar, welcome to Beyond Headlines.
Thank you.
Adoza recently tha sigi tang trai pand malik hoja. Mamang thagi October 3 ni panda. October ki tang trai pand hoja gi like se phonge India's foreign policy. India's foreign policy under Modi a new paradigm shift. Hong bayam chaun hong mama Prime Minister Narendra Modi ki makha dalai hai bagi wapam mdi thambiri adubu Prime Minister Narendra Modi matang lakan dari Manipur miyam da thatra teres paraglo Manipur crisis se loisan magam lei bagi miyam da pen da noi thaba mdi leri but still foreign policy amala hai adubu ma ki leadership manung se yam chawba paradigm shift amala hai badana direct se phongbi rehta hai aduna uzana kari gi damak da sigi kari wakhalon da kari hong balak padagi koi paradigm shift ama ubi bno aduga kari na propel targo jana hairiba direct se ige hana khanbi gi khang thambi jata hai
Yeah, thank you to SKTV and especially Raj Nongthombam for inviting me to the show. And I am not masigi India's foreign policy under Modi a new paradigm shift. Haibase Kamaina Irakibano Mati Kamdong Ibase Horkibano Hibagimatan Happy Samlam Zage. In almost 20 years back when I was in Delhi University, I was influenced by only two writers on Indian foreign policy. First one was Making of India's Foreign Policy, called J. Bandyopadhyay. Magi for Making of India's Foreign Policy is very dynamic, and it contains almost all the backgrounds and ideas of India's foreign policy. Atop second important lyrics say Hana former Foreign Secretary Baje and Dixit. Magi India's foreign policy and its neighbors. Magi lyrics in a matamda. I was deeply influenced by his book. Then I matamda da amok graduation in lower matunda JNU the MA tamba hojere. MA tamba ho matam sila India's foreign policy crossing the Rubicon. Kanogi Mase Professor C. Raj Mohan Raja Mohan. Basically he is from science background. I know my life matamda mali physics stage oy haidi mana sukyam phajana India's foreign policy matang iraga why not I kadawita ngamoy do you haiba I want tilama power kiba okay adagi matang kana tore ko adagi matang da almost 20 years mukse I have been working in this particular area, India's foreign policy, international relations, and adu khatang natana se the South Africa the visiting scholar oina layba, United Arab Emirates the visit tawrba, Myanmar the economic assignments kisaluba ko. Then recently I have visited to Malaysia also. Okay. Sigi mayam sine punsin laga I say last I like say 2018 the India's foreign policy. Special reference to AK's policy haina published tawre ade atopa like amana foreign policy of South Africa in the post apartheid era ani se 2018 da published tawre matungda 19 dagi ai masigi matang ta work tawba hojare okay si like se 19 di hore 19 dagi almost sahi adum manga mukti sangre masi like solution matamda ade finally haji recently G20 summit I was very much part of that and the G20 University Connect program different parts of the countries university I have visited so recompilation of all the articles published and practical experience pulap mayam se punse laga I foreign policy ki lari amtang di iba ya ina Modi ki matang kita hara adumaina lari se handak recently
but why Modi can this is the paradigm shift ma yam chaw hong mom la hana leram daba foreign policy ma under his leadership India ki foreign policy ma la hai ne adun kari areas da kari paradigm shift no lak tu se kitang thambi
aina paradigm shift haibase akhoi foreign policy se basically 1990s onwards ko haibadi end of the cold war se akhoi especially end of cold war se paradigm shift haina kaweba matam di modi budi laitri modi matam da akhoi congress regime lai ko congress regime lai su mathang la aga ma se 2014 da so modi became indian prime minister adudagi continuity and change have said two basic concept ne foreign policies da continuity se like akhoi world maintain world peace and security, maintain good relations with neighboring countries, non alignment sum mayam se akhoi continuity se la eba changes hai taragadi akhoi hojik se india se it's becoming a very big power developing country and the world is no more unipolar. It becomes a multipolar world. Multipolar world sida ngasagi modi gi foreign policies na kamaina adjust tawbage mai certain changes la ko mayam che masi lari amatang iraga ai mayam dang tang de khoi gi modi gi foreign policy se sini habi dong tang taksa ge hano khona jab
okay am interesting oi ba wakhalon he tare uzagi like I am ba loyang ti pa mangam jadri he tare khara makhai di pa jare maruina sire ta khoi chapter tara ga ni thoya he tare chapter 3 thoi sira chapter manga han bagi first chapter se jam interesting oi first chapter se na foreign policy se karino have se fazana magi basic background theoretical oi ba background me am se fazana ojana lay down to bire adu tar first chapter se par matung de di okay foreign policy have se sini na determinant si na dimension have se khanga kanda case studies mayam lakhol tu ne adu case study mayam do pa da muk hena lai hel have tare adu quite interesting oi ba makha tar phatri chapter manga out of 12 chapters 5 chapters are dedicated to Act's policy, Indo-Myanmar relations, Indo-China relations, Indo-Myanmar-China relations. Yeah, interesting. Almost 50% of the book is dedicated to the Act's policy or India-China or Myanmar relation or the conflict. Aduna ado idu dasu lagche hatare aduna koi Act's policy and Northeast ki matang sita koi kamai ni yangbe masi only kahatare koi Southeast Asian countries ga India ga leina ba mari se amuka hena phagalanu gi damakta lakhiba yamna kahatare yam important oi ba dumba project amo ijaba targasu asiri the Northeast se khangyang yor pa when ugadori bra hek hobadi yaure hagadori kamai thambi yes one kan sa nu sa jo khara sa urmulom da sanga
ahan bada khoi gi ngasagi India's relations with Southeast Asia ko adai na di chapter ani thong e ba sida Act's policy problem and prospect of India's northeastern state hain e ko ba khoina Act's policy se laktri mamang da look is policy se look is policy se kamai tong ha ba se India gi foreign policy gi one of the very important aspect of this one India's foreign policy look is policy se khoi 1990s da akhoi the then Indian Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao na hodo ombaneba P.V. Narasimha Rao na hodo ombasida simply akhoi to maintain good relations with India with Southeast Asian countries haibaneba adu bu akhoi Modi sina 2014 da he came into power ko Raymana no it should not be just look is policy it should be Act's policy act tawdaw ni haina ko so he transformed into Act's policy Magi two important objectives ne ngasai Act's policy da as per Modi's policy. So he said that first one is to maintain good relations of India with neighboring countries, especially Southeast Asian countries. Number two is Northeast India development of Northeast India by connecting India and Southeast Asian countries. Second objective is very important. So mana focus story say development of Northeast India have say it's very much important part of Act's policy. Okay. Adai line sida khoi various problems and prospect I mention to ko. Khoi kitang problem area hai target ngasai gi khoi na everyone knows that still we have lots of problem like insurgency problem like ko. Adai China factor like ko. Myanmar gi issue like ko. Si lai riba mayam se ngasai gi Act's policy se khoi gi successful oil matam da yam wana to eba sigi lai ba problem yam singa sagi Modi sina kamaina problem da gi mana prospect on to ke have do si lai khida na discuss to eba some of the important prospect of this book akhoi gi informal trade se legalized to eba one of the most important thing as per Modi's foreign policy
informal trade se
legalized to eba number one adagi issue of Myanmar is still akhoi hojik
legalize to mi jam channelize tong tho ga han illegal oi budul legal form da ton ba hab ta
legal form ton adu khatang na ta akhoi gi local certain local products tea spices kum mayam se si akhoi yam phajana han khangam do mayam se ngasai gi against policy lak padagi pura akhoi export torok pa local spicy mayam lagi tea lagi ba mayam se adu khangna ta akhoi gi in terms of connectivity high targeting asai against policy is very much successful in terms of connectivity akhoi na akhoi gi ani khatang yeng se ba project ani khak ahan ba project se akhoi gi India Myanmar Thailand trilateral road highway se si akhoi hoji even yeng se akhoi gi akhoi Myanmar chat pa matam na traga akhoi gi more chat pa matam highway se kam develop war ge ba it's all because of India's against policy so India Myanmar Thailand trilateral highway is very successful adabu kitang akhoi na poram tang yeng bata ga ma gi ngasai gi Myanmar gi issue lai ba se si sina kitang hindrance amadi lai ba
okay
se ge possible lai ka ade atopam na khoi gi inland waterways connectivity is the ka Kaladan multimodal project hai se si se is very important once masi successfully kek akhoi implement taw hi matam da we will have a very good commercial link in with India and Southeast Asian countries sigi port ani sima yam
adu si uza thambe sigi paradigm shift oina hyper uzer maruina Southeast Asian countries singa siga connect to ba tar he na la lolitic obi relationship phagano gi damak ta huji Kaladan multimodal project obi natraga tri-national highways masi sagalak po obi adu sigi mamang suma mayam sigi lambi gi infrastructure se leting hana trade hatare la lolitic se Southeast Asian countries ASEAN countries singa siga ningthina torum bagi magi trade volume na ching musu jana like se de pan bi hatare so what matam dugi hari look test policy oringi matam dana only trade khang taro me haiduri bra adu act test policy onto matam dana sun ge khogi infrastructure sagat plom da su mieng sangi haidur khena ba se kari udun
sagi trade volume se gi matang laina so habetang haijage ba koi ge 1990s the the trade between India and Southeast Asian countries it's very little the US dollar 2.3 something like that I like the pattern mention to bani ko adagi 1993 94 lakh percent 2001 lakh pa matam da dinga sagi 3 times song re ba ko adagi hoji 2024 that the India ASEAN trade city US dollar 176 billion yo trade is drastically changed
okay 176 billion dollar
as of 2023-24 record so ngasai trade volume se hengale yam ba hengal
okay exponentially hengale lorena sigi infrastructure se hana yoram da ba ma oidune infrastructure create
sai trade ki volume da hengale ko adagi development in terms of ngasai khoi connectivity transport si matang da su ngasai against policy lak pa dai pura khoi gi certain I mean drastic change paradigm shift ha ba
okay
I like ta
aduna policy da habde ma sigi Kaladan multimodal transport and transit project adagi uzan thambiri ba trilateral ngasai gi leba hum sigi oiba highway semupagi sisina maram oiraga Manipur crisis solution mangam dabra haibagi mayam gi wahang suleri adu su kona lakchagi hujiki ahan bagi segment e policy matters in the han lakchar me hatar adu sai se China gi India gi relationship kari wodi no visa bi koi gi Arunachal Pradesh se dum China na so dum claim to ba yam disputed oiba area ma dum oiri hatar and very recently koi BRICS ki summit tasu koi Prime Minister Narendra Modi ga Xi Jinping China gi president wari chana gi su mayam di le hatar adu sigi relation India China relation si kamai ni yang bi adu ka so I said koiselaga Myanmar rom dasu China gi relation hai gadra apha phat khara su york mal kamai them
first akhoi ga sai maroin India China gi relation se aina su yamna work to ba area ni ko
okay
akhoi na first magi 1954 da India China gi agreement ama khak lai ba pencil agreement hai ba
yes
5 principles lai ba 5 principles is one of the akhoi gi cannot say principles se mutual non aggression hai bane ba
amada lan to wa kale
hai bane ba adu 1962 da ngasai gi India China war se thok re ba that means violation of one of the pencil agreement ko silai ra ko ade Arunachal Pradesh ki issue se akhoi na hek aina graduation metam matam de aina tang ni masing tang ni find out to ge haina I have been trying to find out Arunachal Pradesh se akhoi gi hoji particularly Tawang akhoi Manipur film ga am kam na bani Tawang is basically ma se ahan bada akhoi gi Tibet ki part oirame Tawang se but 1914 da ko 1914 da akhoi McMahon line hai British na ye am me ba ko ye am matung sta ngasai gi Tawang se India gi part am oi chi bani
right
1914 onwards. So Tawang became part of
India.
Earlier it was with Tibet.
Okay.
Since then, so Chinese government or China has been claiming that Tawang, especially in Arunachal Pradesh, is an integral part of China. Adam claim taweba.
And the Tibet so many claim tori.
Tibet so claim taweba. Adu imatong the Tibet mo annex taweba.
Yes, yes.
Adu one of the most historical point, ngasay si point matang hita in hajining mo say Arunachal Pradesh say ay na when I was in JNU, I applied many projects. India-China relation with special reference to Northeast India projects I applied taweba. Amo phawpira khideba.
Okay.
ICSSR na. Ade ay against policy dagi India South Africa relation project apply to matam mo easily adum pitore ba. Ay ma historical maram kitang leram dog di male na khal leba ko. Adu khatana tana ko yam very interesting 2007 da ko. Indian foreign IFS haitare. IFS ki masi basically is from Arunachal Pradesh. Mana 2007 da Chinese government man visa apply to weba ko. Chinese government masi deny to rakib haitare.
Okay.
Moina haiba say so you are from Arunachal Pradesh. So Arunachal Pradesh is an integral part of China. So you don't need to get visa when you visit your homestead. Adumaina mana ngasagi kenosi. Visa is issue to Rokideba.
Okay.
Very interesting. 2007 the Nicola. 2007 when I was in Delhi. Aduki interesting. 2007 later ko. Adu interesting oiba man ngasai India China sida 2013 ko Modi la tringai mamang sida ko Manmohan Singh sina Arunachal Pradesh the election campaign gi sat leba ko.
Right.
Then amuk Chinese government sina moy ngasai totally opposed to Ragaka. Why he is visiting Arunachal Pradesh for election campaign 2013 na ko.
Right.
Adamai tawra adi Modi na la matong na 2014 akoi matung sida ma su election campaign gi every kano mayam sa taw matam always they are against the Indian government. And 2011 da kitang ay na mo historical yang matam 2011 the Chinese government na Google Map amakak puto eba. Google Map sida akoi Aksai Chin and ngasay Tawang se already the moy part ne haning ngasay Google Maps da include taw from ne ada karigida makta India na why still is India is soft when like no suppose in case of India Pakistan Kashmir issue ne hai tari war de dum thoeba ada karigida makta ngasay gi many times taw from ne war taw re ada moy Google Map ta half from ne so why India is silent so far maram historical kitang di lai habido ini ngasay ado gi potu malai ko
okay okay adu handak very recently can try to connect to jor ga tare ko gi Ladakh ki oina di ngasay gi handak October gi tang kuni thoi kulumdoi kumari numi humni chumna Russia gi Kazan da pato ki ba ko BRICS ki summit hai tare samsida ko gi prime minister ga ko gi China gi president unagi base to wari sana bada ko yana ba LAC line of actual control maruina eastern Ladakh ki sida moi army sing handok na ba aduga patrolling chana bada yana gre ha gi ahong bam di lakhi ma lai tare aduna jana di hujik thambiri hai riba Ladakh ki area sima ri Tawang area jam already makoi map ta su legre hare to hujik janari sina sikarai phauba kari da yana yen lobu ya yude
makoi na yana base aina recently thangna jabada point ani khak yeng ba amana khoi gi ngasai gi Russia India China ko hana BRICS la tring kan da amakak leiba Russia India China hai adu akhoi na yeng ba mathau tai ba adu atop point amana ngasai gi akhoi keno se global south se yeng ngasai gi India ga China gi relation se kamai ngasai akhoi na moina border na traga makhoi na yana gre hai ba potokrai how far it is true have do yeng ba madar ka oi ba adu ngasai gi keno se line actual line of control gi pa matang hi moina hajik Jaishankar na khoi keno external affairs minister na hai ba do kai gumba yana gi taraga su trust deficit haina smar su mention to
hana dei sum
lerak pani ko ado khoi na
chingna amana thajana da
da sa dum laiba moina agreement yana gi taraga sign tawna gi taraga su still we have mutual kanose
deficit of
trust dum laiba ko adana khoi hojik side animak ko India and China animak ko masai mutual understanding laina ba mutual cooperation laina ba adagi integral mechanism khoi boundary se amana respect tawna ba se so we have to stick to the agreement of 1954
Panchil agreements okay Panchil agreements ma ningthina follow to mino matak ta happen adu madu leina koi war li thokre 1962 da adubu hujik lakchani sigi khoi Ladakh ki natraga khoi Sikkim area natraga khoi Tawang gi serwa hetare Arunachal gi sigi problems is natabida khoi Myanmar da lei bhaitare Myanmar da lei riba India gi interest and China gi interest India ki interest India ki foreign policy duni China ki interest China ki foreign policy duni hai tana ahum jigi oiba relations na kamai to bono sigi relations si da competition amma competitive work padagi high duri bra hujik Myanmar ki crisis solution magam driba and probably Manipur the spill over to Manipur iranga solution magam dab aduna ahum jigi oiba relation hai leba ahum jigi kamai yeng be
aina akhoi gi foreign policy gi kanoda tam ama kakshi nei China gi ko China gi expansionist idea of China ko moi say everywhere not only in Myanmar not only in India every parts of the world moi say expansionist idea se leiba sigi expansionist idea se leiri makai nga sa gi akhoi gi trilateral haitar India Myanmar China gi issue se adum thokani haibadi masigi kano se control to yam wani haina
mas independent of or irrespective of Tawang and Ladakh ani yeng bya bra khoi Myanmar de thoi issue se
Myanmar
India ga China gi tasel se in Myanmar
city adum
irrespective of Tawang and irrespective of Ladakh
ado China gi nga sai haibadi magi expansionist idea se expansionist leiri makai khoi nga sai India Myanmar China gi trilateral kano se yamna develop to yam thina wani haina khalle ko adu khatana tana khoi nga sai Myanmar su hoji se it's very difficult situation neba haidi suppose akoi ne India ga Myanmar ga good relation thamba matam da China na kamai yeng ga gi haiba ma adai India Myanmar ga China ga relation thamba matam da India na kamai yeng ga gi haiba to so even the Myanmar government is also very keen to ngasai issue se moi issue yamna difficult oi hojik lai situation sida suppose India ga Myanmar ga good relation lai matam da China is not happy China is always trying to intervene I think ngasai China is everywhere have do I 2007 da I visited to South Africa especially I was in Johannesburg then I went to Cape Town
okay
sat matam sida I was really surprised akhoi gi Chinese katangi oiba ko Chinese katangi oiba separate market for Chinese goods Chinese goods si katang oiba sa kano ma South Africa that also kwai di world gi kwai di makha thang saruk tani China gi go kano gi tong al market ama lai
maming di kwai to use China town adum haiba
China town adum haiba male China town natraga adum moi pura I was really surprised aina haiba de senida ngasai gi pithribi kwai di makha thangba kwai di makha thangba jaga sida phawba ngasai kano se Chinese na occupy torom South Africa da so why not in northeastern part of India why not in Myanmar why not in India
okay adu ta diuja khoi gi India ga Myanmar aphaba mari ama lakpa for example ngasai gi trilateral highway sarpa hai Thailand bhaubas hai more dagi horaga mandle bharoga meswat Thailand bhauba yogi trilateral lambi semakpa similar masi workpa sida China da nuai ta pok pajala mai to dram ngasai gi kaladan multimodal transit and transport projects si complete ka toksalpa adagi tanja workpa sida China da madugi PNW lebedagi ani jagi competition se namaram oiraga khoi 2021 gi February gi tang amadagi military coup galai se madugi result one yabra because of the attempt to dominate Myanmar natraga ngasagi magi geopolitical tussle natraga competitiveness between India and China mai yeng bi yabra mai yeng natraga magi internal problem ne hai gudurba Myanmar crisis
Myanmar ki crisis da koina yeng ba ya ngasai China sima adum lai re ko China si lai adu India ki side gi as far as my knowledge is concerned Modi is very much proactive mai ngasai 2021 gi even 2021 gi matung da phawa Modi is na always restoration of democracy in Myanmar ka and ma adu khatana tana khoi gi India gi Minister of Home Affairs ta gi tawraga mana kaino ma thoal leba thoal ma se kamai hai tamdang sai gi Myanmar da gi laiba kaino mayam se any might be Manipur da wai be Arunachal Pradesh da wai be hek akhoi laiba kaino sing se kaino Burmese kaino mayam se sang matam da action law dong ni haina Myanmar kaino government da natraga akhoi Manipur laiba northeastern state mayam se mana strictly influence away Modi na di magi ma na di akhoi Myanmar ga good relation in terms of democracy adum democracy is restore to was ba dum pa me
okay Myanmar the democracy written to busibudi ababudi oidu ne dubu swaisida China India gi interest yamna wang mana mar mor ga mai magi influence wang na hona matamda Myanmar gi irang se loisan bangam drabra ha bagi myamda wang amadi dum le heter da aduna si makha chatrak puje ja koi gi China India Myanmar relations ka loan loan ozan ibiri si koi gi India gi diaspora mayam koi Manipur de su diaspora Manipuri diaspora mayam malem ni tongan tongan mafam da US da UK da UAE da Russia da kai loi lei hai tar aduna almost every part of the world koi Manipur misa su le re India gi su yam chauba massive koi overseas citizen ai ga drana ga diaspora mayam se le re hai tar aduna diaspora gi oiba chapter masu ga like se dia uri hai tar aduna India gi foreign policy da diaspora ki importance se kamai hai duna happy thang na jabata matam amadadi India da ki apa scientist apa engineer apa computer experts mayam sa khraga US da kana khre UK da kana khre na khoi mayam warang ni hai tare khoi sin phajana like ta malak IIT da thada raga moina da sala sa scientist oigre du oigre khoi da kem kana hogre this is brain drain apa ge loi sa khre phata ge loi le hore na amai khanar me hai tare but now brain drain oidre hujikti hairi pacha khibu mayam singa sina India ki image ma create to am sauba role am lore this is a brain gain gan hare aduna sigi India ki diaspora policy se kari oi kamaina lei kamai to biri
koi ras na so hai big ko Indian diaspora se one of the biggest hojik se 2023-24 ki matung ina ma se 320 million Indian diaspora in different parts of the world. South Africa, the OIBI, PG, the OIBI, USA, the OIBI, and then Latin American countries, the OIBI.
3 crore 20 lakhs.
320 million.
320, okay.
One of the largest Indian diaspora. Ada akoina Modi ki foreign policy ki am phajaba akoina recently akoigi international conference ma ka ko Indian diaspora from the perspective of Northeast India haina ko. Okay. ODI India and Delhi University program conference even I have delivered a lecture on that. Indian diaspora, particularly the cultural diplomacy and soft power policy hainako. Adai das why nadum phajana mention tawe akhoi ngasai gi Modi gi foreign policy se mana yeng mase akhoi gi cultural aspects mana yam phajana akhoi ngasai yoga haragasu yoga meditation adagi health suma mayam sina kamai na ngasai mapan da lari ba khoi gi Indian diaspora mayam se influence tawge habdo phajana ngasai mana my foreign policy angak pani adu khatana tana khoi 21st June se hoji world yoga day haina observe tawre United Nations so it's all because of Modi my tam that influence tawri ni ka adu khatana tana khoi soft power politics soft power diplomacy haina so refer tawni soft power policies da ina mention taw se khoi gi Indian cinema leidana ka Bollywood movies se
Hojikti Bollywood movie khatana tabida every India ki tongan ba cinema me
one of the
Indian cinema ore
one of the question nga sai aina Bollywood movie na mention tawe ko sai kal hona ho adagi dil wale lil adu maya mention tawe ko
koi diaspora da based wo movies hai
adu mai tawe ko adai one of the participant Bollywood movie khatana te hojikti South Indian ma'am le
South Indian movies even koi North East ki movie ma'am
so am le na aina so mention tawe adu ta di Bollywood movie khatana te Indian cinema it covers all the part of adumaina tawe ko adu hojiki nga sagi ma movies Indian movies even aina 2007 da South Africa san batam da akhoi gi film Indian movie ma khale rami keno Yoda Akbar
Jodha Akbar
ma se Indian mayam yeng yam chawno theater ga laraga de tawe Indian diaspora mayam yeng howe ada sigi mai foreign policy keno se su yamna special oiba character amne ada ina mention tawe ai larki da khoi gi hana de khoi diaspora se chat khamatum matam da India gi brain se drain taw haina khalam do so mana Modi ne explain tawe it's not brain drain now it becomes brain gain haina mana mention da mai tawe
India gi image ama ko diaspora mayam sina sagar pi bhai mon apa citizen ama world citizen ama oirabni na moi kai den India dilak ne okay India gi missing se phaina moi di apa scientist ni for example koi Google gi oiro Pepsi gi oiro ton companies ingda koi gi Indian masa mayam na head torok ching mayam le re ta adagi Microsoft oiro aduna probably maina or mazu hai tare ko brain brain gain adu
mana mention phadana tawre brain gain haina tawre
yes adu ja khudi kasagi soft power diplomacy soft power diplomacy sina kadai faubada malem gi lebak sing sida India na ka tare hoi mama khumang option bading amam badi adu kari area kari front ta khoin advantages ori no economically kana ba piri bra natraga miam influence to da kana ba piri bra kari da kana do hujik mayam na global geopolitics ta compete tawnari semroina ko gi military part hai tare economics economy self thum amadi military da yamna powerful dominance ama atopa countries sing uning ba male for example Myanmar na I mean China na Myanmar da riban ta China na other countries ta tawna honari su maduma dum male hai tare aru tar gi akoi gi foreign policy primarily ngasai gi soft power foreign policy siga mina tawri ba hard power foreign policy ga yengna ba matam da akoi sina kari da advantages oidori bano habi wahang amla tore kamai thambe anata akoi kamaina balance tawri hard and soft power
adugi pot aina su magi soft power politics se soft power policy se kam successful oi habi si yenge ba some of the critical writers haidi akoi Indian gi scholar laidna ko moina su point out kitang ni torom ba yawi haidi ngasai gi mayam sina akoi haji se multipolar world ni globalization ni aduni adani mam develop tawrena so why still Modi is stick to soft power policy have se ada writer amana mana define tawe institutionally politically economically ngasagi as compare with ngasagi hard power kano se policy siga soft power siga compare to matam soft powers na kitang di kitang drawback lai bai type de ngang ba adu Modi as far as his policy is concerned mana is soft power policy na ai gidi hai ai gi foreign policy oina de I still ahead of other canon just one of the canon is soft power policy
hadi atopa lamamada ka hetare militarily economically control to bugi mohta art and culture ki kuthang da ayurved ki kuthang da
adai recently hojik se idea amasula aina su mention to ka akoi gi mahoksa gi historical oiba global ramayan ko mahabharat sumayam sina tam na akoi gi keno se influence to way type da hojik se even next month handa ki tha sida akoi global ramayan ga na tawraga Indonesia da Bali da program ama tawriba so that is under Ministry of External Affairs so that is also part of soft power politics soft power policy and Modi gi canonica
okay
sum tam na magi kano sing sia dum changes ti lakti la adu as far as ngasai hard power ga soft power ani se compare to matam de akoi yeng matam na ngasai soft power na kitang budi tap pe adu tar
tappa
adu mane lai
okay aduna sumba mayam haidi India gi foreign policy change to na horpu matam sida maybe part of that and yes absolutely this is part of that ki koi mamang chahi hai batare 2022 gi December gi tang amadi horga mamang chahi gi November gi tang kuntha phawba chahi machupna India na presidency ogi bhaitare G20 gi summit G20 gi summit India pangtho ki even Manipur da su koi B20 hai dana
koi C20 su tau gi
B20 numi humni gi conference koi February gi tang 38 kun kumathoi pangtho ki ima kai thel daga moi am koir blak pa ima kai thing ima myam na moi taram nok pa moi am na impress ogi ba kangla ta sala yengi ba dum myam ju legra tar aduna admaina summit ka myam na khoi Manipur su tau ba go India gi tong tong university da khoi university connect na sing ba tau gi ba even ozagi like tak piri ba university hatare Indira Gandhi National Tribal University Amarkantak Madhya Pradesh da su sigi part ma su jaw ma aduna G20 chahi ma sumna India na tau gi ba si kyam myam na mai pa na yeng ba yai aduga masi sigi sisina khoi gi ngasai gi India gi foreign policy ta karai fo contribute tawri kamai yeng bi
G20 se ai gi larik da mention to chapter ani ni ko chapter amana khoi gi India's G20 University Connect program global research reach saina ko sigi first ai han ba hai betang hai jage khoi G20 University Connect program se first khoi gi December gi tang 1 da ko 2022 December 1st December sida akoi gi G20 hobun misida G20 University Connect program gi su hoeba ai samag akoi Manipur University da akoi gi inaugural program ama taraga vice chancellor ga yauraga G20 University Connect program se hodok khreba ko hodok khra matung sida akoi Manipur gi lairiba hojiki current situation je lakhibadagi akoi G20 University Connect program simdi Manipur ta tawang amhodre
okay
adu tawang amhodaba se adu oitaraga su hojik se G20 University Connect program se moina hana plan toram se 70 to 75 universities the plan toram but it expanded to 101
Okay.
University Samaga Ama across the country neba. Different universities na mga different akoi program akoi essay writing adagi mga sai modi foreign policy adagi G20 kari no haibasi matang ida pura akoi yam chao na global India gi kano mayam si university mayam loina mag celebrate taweba. One of the most important finding or aspect of this ngasai G20 University Connect program si akoi research se kamaina India gi research se hanadi even modi gi research akoi atopa minister mayam dagi so prime minister mayam dagi kitang khenai ba man haiba singa sai G20 University Connect program se taw matam da akoi gi research ki idea of research ma se phasna immerse tawre kamaina India da akoi gi science ki oiro arts ki oiro labor research mayam se kamaina akoi mang da pukhala khadagi habdo sai G20 University Connect program se na mana phasna point out tawre final program of G20 University Connect program se New Delhi da ko I can September 23 da.
Okay.
September 23, 2023 da.
University Connect program.
Grand finally akoi Delhi gi akoi mahuk sa akoi na kanam haramani so Bharat Mandap pa.
Oh hana Pragati Maidan haram.
Pragati Maidan. Bharat Mandap tawi ko ai sama akoi university gi represent taraga sakle.
Okay.
Adai da man adum phajana man hai G20 gi University Connect program is very grand success. Ngasai magi success oibagi maram ji man pa explain tawi ba. Adugi research ki finding mayam se loina mana collection tor matung da G20 University Connect program is a very successful program hana man announce toy
university ki research ki lamjida ahong mo porok na ba
han ahong porok na maruina youth and research si phadana mana target toy
tuan ba subject tuan ba academic sing internationally mayam si so mo connect tong han ba
connect tong han si hana top program ta tawdi
hana magi university mai lebak ta lejaram madu jekti Hyderabad G20 ki lebang mayam sing asiga amaga interconnectivity as far as research is concerned. Yes.
Ade ani suba India ki diaspora kano gi matang se G20 ki matang se G20 se as far as Modi's foreign policy is concerned Magi G20 is very successful again. Masaya koina Sanskrit mai tama makaklei Vasudev Kutumbakam ko one earth, one family, one future haina. So this is the best. Tauraga mare ngasai kano se G20 presidency se mana Bali gi akoi 2022-23 da Bali da tawi ko. Adu dagi mana take over taurak paneba.
Okay, oja sona ungse se. Hoi. Habiu ja.
Alaman haiba se akoi gi kano se G20 ki presidencies da ngasai na hijack ra ko one earth one family sidai sa mana best to bane akoi sustainable development adai life sina akoi life for environment haiba lifestyle for environment akoi ecology che sidai sa mana focus to weba adai ngasai ki yamna maru weba aspect G20 ki sina akoi na khang ba ya ningsang ba ya ba da akoi ki keno se sustainable development goals sustainable development goal Lairiba koi sustainable development goals se kamaina achieve tawodage kamaina koi lairiba world gi country mayam se kamaina kana tawodage target se kamaina tawodage habjo ngasai gi G20 se yamna chawba chapter amani G20 kana program se
right
adu magi yamna interesting kana mana koi gi business katana tabako koi gi trade ki oibe ai ko adagi labor gi oibe ai ko parliament gi oibe ai ko science ki oibe ai ko think tank ki oibe maina koi gi G20 se gi mahutta ko mana koi gi T20 T20 is na think tank 20 ko adagi labor haragana akoi gi L20 ade science haragana S20
so business
business akoi Manipur to B20 adamaina different aspect of ngasai gi koi gi kano khatang na focus to na taba adom loina mag areas loin cover toraga to khibne ba ado one of the very successful G20 program ba hauji phawba to mayam sida
right adu maru ina contribute ngasai university ki research ki area doma contribute to na bagi thong hang do pirme aduga ngasai university ki part to na tabi G20 sina maru ma economic part ta aduga atopa areas in corruption obi sustainable development goal obi and climate change obi so areas da hen focus to mali maru in hard area ngasai hard power ki area da di khud tha da mal hai tare G20 da Russia yaure China yaure mayam na haina global power aya masilo yaure hai tare aduna sida yauri groups da yauri sina even 2/3 of the world's population is the yaure hai bagi
moi 85% of GDP se ngasai gi
G20 se yaure ade population se 2/3 saro om thok bagi population ani di sigi G20 group se yaure hai tare and sigi importance of such kind of summit hai ta hujik sigi summit sigi andak chahi gi onti kenu da South Africa da tori ba malik
kana tawre G20 hai ma se hujik it will become as G21 African Union akhoi continent se pura African Union se AU se became a part of G20 now G21 hai na ko mathang se amuk atopa moi country ma design toramani ko atopa country ma da muk toraga G20 gi adugi program da muk tawada
okay ada sigi hui ultimate ka hetare gain hetare G20 India na toru bagi sera phanghor si koi economically advancement lakpa natra climate change ta mayam gi understanding porakpa kamai ni yengbe hadi soft power om da hena focus pi ba dum basami ne yengadori bra G20 for every country not every member
so power gi oina dinga sai na koi diaspora gi matang na panjak re ko sidai ta G20 gi da de mu so power gi keno sim yam kan na kana tawdre ba koi nga sai gi
global issues mayam common issues mayam hai tare
common issue ak tane ba koi yang sai climate change sustainable development
right
de globalization labor si pura koi world gi issue mayam se loina bu discuss torok pine adu na sidai sa dinga sai so power gi khatang issue na tre ba so power gi dinga sai diaspora da sat kre ko adu na as whole koi keno se G20 summit se India ki presidency under Modi is a very successful one and how this country every country khudi magna ko world ki country khudi magna ma se appreciate tawre so it was a very great success adu khatana tana ko inga sai gi India ke relations ko with different parts of the world my global south ko ebe global north ko ebe adagi multipolar world lai river country mayam se loina ba appreciate tor Modi ki sai G20 president
adu G20 yam successfully loi se loi gre ko da adu ki parliament Manipur da su February tha da B20 ki conferences mayam ta hore adu madhu ki thani lerga Manipur crisis ta ure ha tare adu thankfully Manipur crisis mamang da B20 ki conference mein amta ho raha hai abdum diya rahe adu back to square one koi Manipur ki crisis amul lakcha matam da Manipur ki crisis si 17 months long hojok poloi bangam dari basi handak very recently koi donor minister Jyotiraditya Scindia na phondo ke basi north east state Prime Minister Narendra Modi na ek hobudagi yam na importance pi hari adang sai actors policy so andum thambiri yam importance pi have road connectivity lakpa kaladan project pro five nising me ama adu even 62 times in 10 years when northeast India visit away but for the last 17 months Manipur quite jawba awabam oirin hetare India gi onasu adu Manipur di warga leri aduna masida umpo visit awdi have me am pendable adu target phanayam na actors policy torgasu phanayam na trilateral multilateral highways me am sabat targasu Manipur ki issues is adum hinghalaga lei targadi madu mayam du kana base kari odinu habi oham lakture aduna si se lotion bangam dar lei base international ngasai gi India China gi matang wani yangbi abra Myanmar gi internal crisis no mar marga Manipur lotion da ban yangbi abra sada geopolitics ki na traga foreign policy gi any angle obi aba area le bi program thambe
hoi ai gi larik sida su kitang di aina su analyze ta tawjam ni ko adubu recent crisis sigi matang da de ai su yam na kan idea budi picture ro have di it's very contemporary and very conflict situation da lai bani na adu Modi gi su ngasai akoi ras na su hai bi khre ko during his tenure he has visited almost 62 times particularly even in Manipur ma 3-4 times they visit toramani ko adu why not this time have say koi su ai su na khalem ne ko magi might be some hidden agenda lairam basu yai lairam da basu yai ko adu koi matam gi matung ina si porakani ko magi su atop policy ma lejarang wane ba ma na su koi na han expect toram do adu nataba hena aphaba policy ma haidi si hek lansin lotion baga Manipur si pi ga dong ne hai bagi magi idea natra my policy ma leram basu yai adu akoi let's hope for the best ko adu maina adum asa to be adu ga ai gi one of the most important motive behind the writing of my book I have almost drafted a letter to the Indian Prime Minister Honorable Prime Minister I very soon ko I submit torne ba ko just to make an appointment and I will submit one copy of my book and I will try to explain each and every point of this issue in Manipur adu mai tor
madugi khudong jabam su gi like
si like say magona copy am di johon ne ba johon matam dai na su I explain to gi haina ai gi one of the more important motive of
right
writing
ado ozagi like sigasu mari leina ba aduga ngasagi external affairs minister haitare foreign minister SJ Shankar na handak tang kun ganipan october gitan kunipan da male khoi news 9 live na koi national news channel amada and other media da supir ngodong male adu bo khoi ubo maruina mayam yang na basi madu gi channel do da yeng haitare adu manipur matang da palakpa wahang hangba matam da manipur crisis solution mangam dise kari no na hai matam da mahana hai gi bidri Ajay Shankar na Manipur yes Manipur da issue lai aribi issue si historical issue oibama natraga akogi border gi wang ra thoi bisna maram oiraga thokpa ma yam complex situation in Manipur gi so we all accept what is happening in Manipur the problem khare le have to accept we but in the name of Manipur India's image should not be damaged India gi image di damage so gudi langani aramai toktar ga di madu political agenda oigani and madu anti-national agenda ne haigani haibagi wahum phongdo gi haitare adrum yam pena da basa dum lai adu targeti Manipur issue se dum khoi handi historically dum problem lai ba Myanmar da khara khana bde khoi lotion magam da maino uri bra haibagi myam da pena da buzule adrum border gi wang thoi ba crisis number moraga Manipur issue solution da ne haibagi hapet ama palama mina adu da geopolitical gi oiba problem khare lai hai do natraga in the name of Manipur India's image should not be damaged hai ba wapum haris nadi in haidi Indiana foreign policy do biya natraga India gi internal policy do biya yam tauri only amma khatang sina India gi image lepe yaro en haning boy do ba kamai tham
koi honorable minister co external affairs Dr. Jay Shankar Mase not only a politician he is also a very great diplomat mahana koi na koi foreign service da Indian gi foreign secretary ko ermaga yamna koi gi renowned to ba yamna maming chat pa yamna apaw diplomat amani ba man hai khibse koi adum mase yamna kanna kano tawbusu sume adu bu ai gi wakan de man hai khibdo adu khatan natabida khoina sunga sagi from the koi common people gi side gi ko India Manipur gi state government gi side gi su pulap akoi mayam sa amatang oina pulap punsel laga ko ngasagi kano sida koina center na su it's very high time for center just to look into the matter and resolve the issue at the earliest time se akoi state government gi side gi su akoi common lairiba stakeholder mayam se sida gi punna akoi na tang sa laga mo ko da hajera ga ngasagi issue se tang lo chan biro haibagi Indian government sida hai central government sida haijaba ma yamna it's very high time for us to talk about that
okay
adu mana akoi gi anti national adu haiba mayam du di adum haijas no do hajera ga su akoi gi di akoi gi pursue tawbudi lepa yaden
okay akhoi gi site di pursue tawbu lepa yade ko Manipur crisis solution gi damta Manipur gi every individual na saru yabi ba ro lobi ba ozana su larik ibi ba se gi thang da Manipur crisis central leaders in the maruina prime minister daga thambiram ngamtar ga di madu yamna chauba dum mayam gi lebak si kana ga da dum orkani yam ngai je ozaga wari sana phang gi thank you so much khoi beyond headlines ta India gi foreign policy matang da nitin thambi gi damta loina na do salak pusida Manipur gi hojik lai ba crisis sina maram oraga more da khoi leijaram ba khoi gi Santosh electronics ne tar mai loi thado bikra adu hanbulai te ma hoji halaga singjamai lesang thamne kai da ma Santosh electronics makata na ma dum sathari aduga magi maike de khoi beyond headlines ki guessing da tamjaba yam jamjama give ham param da kudo tamjari thank you so much lorena yang be punam pusaro bisa thak sapnuk cheri khoi SKTV Manipur miyam gi khonjal ni Manipur miyam gi expression ni this is the expression of the people of Manipur and the state Manipur so when you watch SKTV when you support SKTV you are fundamentally supporting the people of Manipur and the state Manipur so keep supporting SKTV keep supporting Manipur thank you so much Khurumjari